this is Penny at the Disco again, and this is my first sit down and talk video in a good while. So you've read the title. I am going sober this month, for a month. I am a straight edge vegan, which sounds kind of edgy, don't you think? So you might be wondering, first of all, why are you doing this, Penny? There are three main reasons why I'm doing this. First of all, I tend to do really silly things that I might regret when I'm drunk, and I kind of want to reduce that. And number two is that I can see the health damage of alcohol. I had really bad hangovers during term 1, and also when I get drunk I tend to fall over and hurt myself, and that's not great. Back in November, there's 1 week when I just went out like every single day, and on one particular night I fell over and bruised my knees for a good 2 weeks, and that was not great. And I realized I could do something about that. I could reduce potential damage to my body by not being drunk. And the last reason is a bit silly, it's a bit personal. That is, I study psychology, and last week I had an exam on personality and individual differences, and I read a lot of scientific articles about the relationship between extroversion and alcoholism, and a lot of papers said that extroverted people tend to do unhealthy things such as binge drinking and drinking. And I was like, no, I was not like that. And I was like, hang on a minute, I am like that. And I just want to prove those authors that I can be an anomaly, I could be an outlier, I can be extroverted but not necessarily unhealthy, which is weird, right? I don't know anyone else who would do something just so that they could prove scientists wrong. Yeah, that was why I want to do this dry January. And question 2 someone might want to ask me is that, Penny, but you love partying, how are you going to party without alcohol? Well, the thing is, I don't think I necessarily need alcohol for partying or for clubbing. A few days ago I hosted my first ever sober party in my house, and it went really well. Like, there was no alcohol involved, everyone was just sipping soft drinks and eating cake and just chatting, catching up on things, and I had a really good time without having to drink alcohol, without having to get drunk. And I also went clubbing sober a few days ago as well, and it went alright. My housemates even said that he couldn't tell the difference between sober me and drunk me. When I'm not drunk, I'm still excitable and sociable and energetic, so maybe alcohol is not that necessary, right? Another question you might want to ask me is that, do I find it difficult? To be honest, a little bit, because when I was revising for exams, it was really stressful, and when I feel stressed about exam or assignment or anything, that's when I want to crack a bottle of cider. So it was difficult going through exam week without my cider. But I went through it, no more exam, and I have another essay coming up, but I can do it without alcohol. I just need to learn about healthier stress management techniques, if that makes any sense. So I can totally do it. And I really believe I can do it because I've given up a lot of things before. I gave up meat, I gave up dairy, I also gave up, I try to reduce the amount of plastic I use. So I've successfully given up a lot of things. So giving up alcohol for a month, I think I can do it. And I've been quite successful for half a month now, not long to go. So yeah, I can do it. Final point I want to make in this video is the future. So what comes next? What am I going to do after January? Well, I do like the taste of some alcohol, and getting a little bit tipsy every now and then is fun. So I don't think I'm going to totally abstain from drinking after January, but I'm going to regulate my drinking more. So instead of drinking 4 to 6 units per night, I'm going to cut it down to maybe just 1 to 2 units. Why would I drink more than that, given that I can club or party without alcohol? And I think that's it for this video. If you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're doing dry January as well, let me know in the comments and let me know how it's going for you. Do you feel tempted at all? Do you have any tips you could share to me? And I would really appreciate a conversation with you all about alcohol and alcohol reduction. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
If you're not following Penny, give that subscribe button a little click and then follow me after.